Alright, so now we're going to test out Keeney the Hound's Skyedex Scramble. Uh, uh, Again, I was told that this one was rather straightforward, but I'd still like to treat this with the same degree of seriousness that I've treated everything else so far. This is effectively, again, like a Pokédex, but for the Sky Bros community, right? Hence the Skyedex, the Sky Index. Okay, so immediately we see Pseudo, who appears to be some kind of private eye, private investigator. A lot of books, by the way. Well-read, either a well-read chap or a bibliophile. All right. Let's see. Very sharply dressed, but yeah. As you can see, the chapters here tell you exactly who it is. Is being talked about. Yeah. There's that. I was tagged in this and asked directly to review this. Which leads me to believe I might be in this one. So, yeah. Without further ado, let us continue.
Skyedex, search data dump, whole world on my back. Lower tab, scroll through, no time to slack. Social links, tangle web, who's who, where they at.
Well, I can recognize some of those names already, right? Oh, it even says it right there, Nicola. Hold on. Who did we get here? Wait, did I miss the character? Oh, yeah, Keeney now. I wasn't even thinking about looking at things. I was actually reading the fucking bottom, right? Oh, yeah, and they're like looking at like almost like a D&D sheet for the characters, right? Because we gotta set up our lore tabs. So we're about right here. I don't think I've ever talked to Kid G-san, to be perfectly honest. I keep accidentally hitting that button. He's taking notes. He's getting the lore. Okay, fair enough. The campfire bar. Those tiny campfire lights, right?
Schemes they attract. I am pseudo and your info is my desire. Social circle.
Oh, that's Cinever. Hold on. Is that not Cinever? Cinever? Well, that's Nines right there. And then the gas mask with the... It leads me to believe that's Psychro.
Intricate dance. Who trusts who, a fleeting glance. Info overload, brain cells.
Trying not to get caught, eh? Oh my god, everyone seems to have, like, caught on at the same time. There's Griffin Knight, fair enough. Maybe I should be using the keyboard for this. So Griffin Knight's got a picture of Cinever. Interesting. I don't know what the connection between these two is. I like how it looks like it's a bunch of water droplets on his wings to create like the starry pattern, actually, now that I'm looking at it. We have to answer the question. Is it 2 years or is it 4 years? Oh, yeah. Yeah, this gaming syndicate.
Deep dive in the archives, ancient scrolls unfold, secrets unearthed, stories untold, every character's past, brave, wicked, or bold, their motives, their...
Who is this? Governor Versace. I don't know if I've talked to this person before. Interesting. Oh my god. I'm reminded of that... Fuck, what is the name of that? What is the name of that old animation that was on YouTube? The one with the glass, the glass barrier. I don't know if I can do a reaction to that. That would be a nice thing to do a reaction to, but I have a sneaking suspicion of a copyright claim because of the fucking music on it. Well, actually, there's two versions. There's a version with the music and there's a version without the music. And I might still get copyright claimed for the one without the music too, but anyway. Silas and Yuna. Okay, fair enough. Never. Oh my god. was the joke I had to use in the Sky Bros community not too long ago. Never ask, and I'm not saying Silas is one of these, right? But it was a whole joke about internet racism, and we're talking about, like, never ask an internet racist the ethnicity of his girlfriend, right? Oh my god. I love every time that fucking joke turns out to be kind of real. It's like, that's just genuinely hysterical, right? Anyway, not saying Silas is one of those, but still, it was just first thing that popped to mind. Every fucking thing. At this point, that's like the first joke that pops to mind every time I see like a situation, like a pairing like that. Okay. What in the world? Holy crap! There's a lot of. This is a really beautiful and cute scene, though. Okay, so, yeah, looks like, to be perfectly honest, it looks like kind of like the fight between Nolan and Invincible, right? Just like blast through the city, except the road's pretty fine. So something disastrous happened here. The fucking terrorist attack or a war happened here, right? They left the roads clean because they kind of need the roads to wage their war. That is bizarre. Is that like an upside down pyramid held up by a pillar? I remember seeing that in Evangelion. It's a cool image, but there's a lot of water flowing down. It's like an oasis of it's like an ever spring oasis. And here we got the island connected by a strait, following the campfire lights that's turned into a raging inferno. Those campfire lights, they call to us, right? An aurora borealis at this time of the year, in this in this latitude, located entirely in your video. Yes. And the forest with banana juju, and it looks like there's a stairway in the back, the far background. Okay, talk about a war zone. This is more of a war zone, right? Holy crap. Does it get kind of neat? Hold on, let's go back there. There's like a dust that comes off the wire. It's almost like a rusted wire when you like move something like a rough glove along a rusted wire, and you get the oxidized the iron oxide dust come off it. It's a really cool effect. My ultimate desire. There's Lady Wasabi of the Louisverse. Damn, Red Veil's looking fucking neat here. Deep dive in the archives, ancient scrolls unfold. Two guesses who this is, right? Just in context. Secrets unearthed, stories untold. Yeah, this movie plays games. Every character's past, brave, wicked, bold, them motives, their fears. There's Shiver, commonly mispronounced as Shiper. By the way, as far as like the Gaur or oral language, a lot of the words are just riffs on VTuber names because the Gaur as a people are named after, Gaur Gura. So there's a lot of a lot of the vocabulary is just like a funny joke pun with an actual VTuber's name. And so I was like, yeah, you know what? Shiver can be the Gaur word for jellyfish. Why the fuck not, right? It's worth more than gold. Social circles, intricate dance. I was about to say, who do you think's coming up, right? It's Keen. I mean, fair enough, right? What is this? Oh my god, it's like I think I've seen one of a similar device back when I was in school. There was we had an exchange student from Japan, could barely speak English, right? And they had like a little device like this to help them study even in class, because it's not like they benefited all that much from the like spoken lesson, right? And we could barely fucking speak English. Ryan Tyrannus, Alara. Who is this? Hold on. I'm gonna have to write this out because. Okay. So the first letter is an F. I can't see what specifically the second letter is. So other than that, it's very clearly AUN, and then the next one is Baikal. Is that Frown Baikal? Hold on, let me check. Let me see if that's an actual name. Okay, just give me one moment while I pull this up because I'm curious as to just give me a moment while I let this well, that did not pull up. Okay. Secondary test. Let's just check the community, right? I was seeing if they had anything up yet on YouTube, but okay. Let's go over. Let's check the general. I forgot how many people there are. All that's not gonna help because I'm in streamer mode, so all the names are fucking cut short. Damn. Okay, so one more test because they're probably on Twitter in this case. Okay. Let's go here. Let's put Baikal. And we'll go to people. I didn't get anything. Yeah, I didn't get anything. Okay, well, I guess this one is just escaping my ability to find. I type in Baikal and I get a lot of geography. I get some geography stuff, so you know that doesn't help, right? Just checking the last name. This feeble mind has been forcefully turned into a seal from now on, right? Who are these? Hold on. Murumao. Okay, I've actually never seen Murumao's avatar before. Sorry about the hair color. He's taking his mission seriously, right? He's like, oh. He's got to hide. He's got to be unseen. Let's see. Fed and lore. Oh my god. Remember, chat, everyone online is a fed. Do not fed post. This melody. Yeah, so this is, I'm pretty sure, largely the lore, melody, and forgot this one's name, but yeah, these are part of the Kiniverse. It says Anissa, so hold on. Yeah, so I guess it's lore, melody, and Anicia. There's Elf Harper, who I don't think I've ever. I mean, I've talked to them before. I don't know that I've ever seen their avatar before, though. Oh, he's got a first video. It'll give me something to add to the list. I mean, I don't think I need to say who this is, right? Very clearly Banana Juju. Lord with bananas. You know what? That actually reminded me of one of the scenes in Little Nightmares where the main character eats the gnome, right? Except this time it's just a wholesome banana exchange. I'm gonna guess three guesses who these are, right? Ovated, Fatash, you got Penny Bloomfeld, and then you got Gleeman. Fucking Eustace get frozen. Okay, he did get frozen. So I was wrong. I may have been thinking about a different video that I was asked to review. Oh, no, wait. No, because there's an actual, like, resource called the Skyedex. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking of. There's a resource called the Skyedex, which compiles everyone's lore. That's what they were asking me about. It's been a while. I've had a lot of things to do. Hi, and thanks for watching. Pseudogray has been hard at work for the last few weeks, gathering almost everyone's lore, social links, and character pictures into a Google Doc. That's what it was. So I was like, okay, I've not yet read the Skyedex. Let's see. Maybe I should do a video on the Skyedex, right? We have named the Skyedex, can thank Night Owl for the name, to simplify the job for AI creators to get cameo material and lore made directly with the person themselves to do their lore justice and not obscured by Discord being Discord. That's fair. Link for access to it will be provided in Skynet. Any additional or additions or edits to your respective folder for security reasons will be done through Pseudogray. He is always open to conversations. Maybe I should do a video on the Skyedex Google Doc, right? Crossover between Eden Core Kiniverse and Skybrow Cinematic Universe. Fair. Hold on, let's see if there's anything at the end. No, there is not. All right. So, I mean, yeah, this is a fairly straightforward video, right? So I guess now we'll do a lyric review, and then we will do a third pass to see if there's anything I missed.
Skyedex, search data dump, whole world on my back. Lower tab, scroll through, no time to slack.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, just describing the the process of going through creating the Skyedex in the first place, right? It is effectively a data dump. And you know, this is for the health of the entire community, but yeah, lore tabs, scroll through, no time to slack. I could not imagine. He probably had tabs during this whole thing like Kirsha, to be perfectly honest.
Social links, tangle web, who's who, where they at.
You got the conspiracy board here. Yeah, social links, tangled web, who's who, where they at. Yeah, especially considering a lot of us, like, we have tabs that we have links that we don't really use. Like, I have accounts on multiple different what would you call them, social media sites, just so that no one else can use my name, to be perfectly honest, right?
Characters whispering, schemes they attract. I am pseudo and your info is my desire.
So characters whispering, schemes they attract. Schemes they attract is like obviously like the. I'm pretty sure the scheme, like the characters whispering, is again their lore. You know, their plans and all that stuff. The schemes they attract. So it's not the schemes they're doing, but the schemes they attract, which I think is like the AI content creation stuff that other people are making for them, right? So I am Suno, and your info is my desire. Yeah, fair enough, right? It's the whole goal is to create the Skyedex, the complete listing.
Social circles, intricate dance. Who trusts who? A fleeting glance.
Yeah, I mean, fair. Again, not really much to say about this. Within the Skybros community, there's their own social circles. Not everyone. We occasionally get someone who pops in, you know, tries to build their own sub community within the community, and then ends up, you know, it's a fleeting glance. They're here for a moment and then they're fucking gone. We had a couple of instances like that. I think it's really dumb to do that, to be perfectly honest. But you know, not everyone is, you know, objective in the way they think, I guess.
Overload, brain cells on fire. Skyedex humming, taking me higher.
The info overload, brain cells on fire. Yeah, that. To be fair, considering how many of the Skybros there are, it's a lot of information to take into account. A lot of names to know, a lot of lore to associate to individual names. Brain cells on fire. I mean, my main specialty is again on Gnosticism in the modern and ancient days. because that's kind of the thing that I want to expose, and I want to help like Kirsha and Leaflet for the most part, right? So, but that's a lot of names, a lot of things to keep track of. I understand how difficult it can be to be like, okay, here are all the little, here's everyone, and here's everyone who's associated with every individual thing. It's like, okay, yeah, fair enough, right? Yeah, it can be kind of hard to keep names straight, especially when you're just getting to know people. The Skyedex humming, taking me higher, yeah. Gotta catch.
Knowledge my weapon, my ultimate desire.
This is how you catch them all, chat, right? You can't catch human beings in Pokeballs. That would be illegal, right? You can't do that. There's something about, like, international slavery laws. You can't go around and capture human beings, right? So, you can't capture sentient beings. Optimus Prime taught us freedom is the right of all sentient beings, right? So, you gotta do something else. How do you catch them all? Well, you gotta collect their lore, right? That's how you do it. You capture them all in the Skyedex, the Pokédex, the index of users and who approves of what and where, right? Yeah, he's just going around interviewing some of these people. Yeah, fair enough. He did just straight up ask me because he found my lore and he's like, hey, is this a good summary of your lore? And I'm like, yeah, that's actually a really good summary of my lore. I'm not going to complain about that, to be perfectly honest, right? You know, just like, again, just interview people, go around, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna just have to find these people's accounts, and like, well, what was that thing, Flabberjiggles, who did the woke chud list, which, by the way, I'm pretty sure is a future harassment document, by the way. I don't know that they intended for that purpose, but I could totally see it being for that purpose, either on accident or on purpose. What did that thing that he said? It's like, it is too hard to find all you people. Some of y'all people have fuck-ass link trees, right? It's like, it should not be this hard to figure out where you stream. Fair enough, right? The absolute valid complaint and crash out. Okay, so what was I thinking about? Anyway, but yeah, so here we got him investigating doing online investigation.
Ancient scrolls unfold, secrets unearthed, stories untold.
So yeah, yeah, the association with the archives and the ancient scrolls, right? Funny, yeah, because you know texts were often recorded on either clay tablets or like scrolls before the invention of codices. Which codices were invented specifically to recount stories that were too large to be, you know, held on a single scroll, funny enough. So yeah, deep dive in the archives, ancient scrolls, unfold, secrets unearthed, stories untold. Yeah, because a lot of these people, they have the lore, but they don't really expand on it. They don't really talk about it. I don't really talk about my lore all that often, except for on Voop Chat where people ask for it, right? And that's exactly why I have the lore.
The characters past, brave, wicked, or bold. Their motives, their fears worth more than gold.
Every character's past, brave, wicked, or bold. Their motives, their fears, worth more than gold. Yeah, it's like, again, because you get to know the person and the character that you're, not just the character, but the person you're interacting with on the other side, right?
Social circles, intricate dance. Who trusts who, a fleeting glance.
That is still just a really beautiful and, like, cute scene.
Brain cells on fire.
I mean, fair enough. Going through everyone's lore and looking through like what everyone has set up for their character, it is kind of just like walking the multiverse at this point, right? It's like, all right, who's who does what? Where do y'all come from in this case, right? It's an entire like nexus of cosmologies at this point, right? We kind of like getting all the Image comic stuff to be a coherent world. It's like, yeah, no, that's not fucking happening, right? There's no fucking way you're gonna get Spawn and Invincible and all of them, all of the fucking the Image Comics characters to like fit into a single coherent worldview. Fuck off, world. Fuck off, right? Witchblade. How are you gonna fit that in the world of Invincible, right? So it's like, yeah, nah. Just like an interconnected nexus hub is how I guess you could best understand the Skyverse. Which is funny enough how my lore was set up in the first place, right? It was just like, oh yeah, I set my lore up specifically so it wouldn't have any logical implications for other people's lore if I had to interact with them, right? Sorry, every last wire makes me think of like a wiretap, to be perfectly honest, which is probably the pun here, right? How he taps the wire.
Knowledge my weapon, my ultimate desire.
And remember, kids, learning is half the battle, right? Knowledge is my weapon. I mean, to be fair, the more you know something, the more you can make it work to your advantage and disposition, right? Knowledge is power for a reason. What is that sound? Hold on. Yeah, that sound. What is that?
Ultimate desire.
Right there. It almost sounds like someone brushed against a microphone, and it's not the first time I heard that sound. Again, fucking the absolute queen of AI at this point, right? Louisverse. Holy crap. In some way, in a number of ways, Louisverse has technical proficiency that in some ways definitely outpaces Skybrowse himself. I have no fucking idea how she accomplishes some of the shit she does with the little or the minimal degree of artifacting that she does. It is absolutely absurd. Hats off to you. Holy crap.
Deep dive in the archives, ancient scrolls unfold, secrets unearthed, stories untold. Every character's past, brave, wicked, or bold. Their motives, their fears worth more than gold.
Okay, the captions, the manual captions seem to have broken.
Social circles, intricate dance. Who trusts who a fleeting glance?
Oh, I think I know what happened. They probably went in and like put the actual text prompt for the lyrics into the captions, but the text prompt doesn't actually match what the AI generated, because sometimes the AI will like reduplicate a verse for the purposes of flow. So that might have been the issue here. I'm not entirely sure. I made that mistake at one point where then I had to go in and like, oh wait, that's not actually what the AI said, and have to edit the lyrics to match what the AI actually said. Said. So yeah, it is a thing that is like, and manually doing that is time consuming at times, to be perfectly honest. He's sailing the high seas, right? Fucking, I also like the distorted break in this image to transition to the next scene, but sail the seven seas, boys, right? The ISPs won in their battle against Sony. May piracy reign forever.
Skyedex humming, taking me higher. Gotta catch 'em all, every last wire. Knowledge my weapon.
Gotta close the Skynet down, right? Oh my god, yeah, they just did what you would expect from it being like free to access the Skynet community, and by free I mean like just open to everyone instead of just like people who do creation and actively engage with the community and its creations. That caused the predictable problems that we all kind of expected. As soon as I found out that that was the case, I was like, well, I can see this going downhill, and it did kind of cause its own problems. So the Skynet had to be locked down to it had to have some kind of border control policy put into place. It's like, oh, borders, right? Some checks, some checks before you go into a new space. Who would have guessed, right? Who would have guessed that you need to set up laws and shit, right? Every society, without fail, has to learn that at some point, right? Oh, I like the text like falling down, almost like droplets of water, like leaks in the ceiling, but at the same time, it's like the Matrix.
From the whispers in the alley to the grandest hall, every day bit of intel, I'm catching it all.
He's laying low, literally, right? It took me a bit. I was like, there's a pun here somewhere. I just can't remember it. Yeah, he's literally laying low here. The fucking they gotta monitor all contacts and communications, right? This is deep private investigation work, right?
Your info stored, archived, and deployed.
There's a fucking supercomputer in the background.
Your info stored, archived, and deployed.
Like a bunch of parallel processors in the background. Fair enough.
Information brokers inspired the intel. Least creators without any desire. I am
That is actually a really cute scene. Right here. They're running excited to get the banana. Stop, look up at at Pseudo. It's like, hold on, who is this? So there's a timidity here. And then you gotta get that banana and skedaddles. Look at you got the Jane Goodall. Fascinating behavior.
pseudo in your info is my desire.
Social circles, intricate dance. Who trusts who? A fleeting glance.
What is this? Like, what happened here? Why? Why is Eustace frozen in the Arctic? Right? Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, the lyrics weren't that kind. The lyrics are actually really straightforward. So they were not lying to me when they told me the lyrics were very straightforward. It is kind of hard for me to come up with deeper commentary on the lyrics, just because, again, it's about as subtle as a hammer to the face, right? Which I appreciate, but it doesn't give me necessarily a lot to examine the lyrics for. Hold on. So one more time, just to see if there's anything I missed. Maybe I will prove myself wrong in the third pass. I do like the old-timey phone that they have in the back, right there, though.
Skyedex, search data dump, whole world on my back. Lower tab, scroll through, no time to slack.
I like how everything's confidential and nothing's secret.
Lower tab,
Eden Corp, confidential. Yeah, fair enough.
scroll through, no time to slack. Social links, tangle web, who's who, where they at. Characters whispering, schemes they attract. I am pseudo and your info is
Yeah, there's another one who just directly interviewed instead of having to spy on.
my desire.
Social circles, intricate dance. Who trusts who? A fleeting glance.
Info overload, brain cells.
The scope aesthetic sense, and I like how it's kind of interesting how some of these people, the eyes appear from the back of their head, right? It's like they got eyes on the back of their head, that old visual metaphor, right? They're always watching, even when they don't seem to be watching. And then, you know, Pseudo himself has that same kind of eye glow. They're always watching you, Mike. Was that right?
Skyedex humming,
There it is. See, again.
overload, brain cells on fire. Skyedex
Right there. I don't know what that sound is, but it almost sounds like someone brushed up against like a microphone.
humming, taking me higher.
That's a classy ass establishment that they got Griffin Knight in. Holy crap! Right? Holy crap! I could definitely use one of those lights though on the desk.
Gotta catch 'em all, every last.
Oh my god! I didn't catch this at first. He went in. He broke in after the fact and then examined all of Griffin Knight's documents. Okay, yeah, I did miss this part at first. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is literally just Griffin Knight's, the space Griffin Knight was in. And he's just sitting there rummaging through his shit as like a private, again, like a trespassing as like a private investigator to get all the juicy details on all the VTubers to put into the Skyedex because he's got to catch them all. He fucking took the parts he needed and left the parts he didn't. Those are some really neat inkwells, though, by the way. curious as to like which one he had to like sneak in, or which ones he got to interview and this one have any kind of like meaning behind him. It's like, oh yeah, I was able to get into contact with this person and they directly gave me their lore kind of stuff, versus like it was kind of hard to get into contact with this person, so I had to do some digging myself, right? They're just, I don't even think he's actually investigating here. I think this is him compiling all, hold on. Yeah, I don't think this is him investigating right now. I think this is just him compiling his notes into a dossier.
Deep dive in the archives, ancient scrolls unfold, secrets unearthed, stories untold. Every character's past, brave, wicked, or bold. Their motives, their fears, worth more than.
Wait, so is this supposed to be the same person? Hold on. Yeah, is this, so are both of these supposed to be Governor Versace, just at different points in their story? That's interesting if that's the case, but I'm not entirely sure, because again, I've never really talked to Governor Versace. But I think that the gentleman on the I don't really buy that though, because the gentleman on the left-hand side has the monocle, which is associated with pseudo. So I'm not entirely sure. Maybe he went undercover, right? He changed his appearance to meet Governor Versace to talk to him, kind of deal. But I'm not entirely sure. Again, I don't know much about Governor Versace. I'm gonna have to ask. I'm gonna have to look into him. I do like the little design, like floral design on the outfit though. And I don't know what happened to this guy, but he's been through some shit. Let's just say, right? Oh my god.
Social circles, intricate
I like the peacock feather on the dress actually.
dance. Who trusts who a fleeting glance? Info overload brain.
So apparently, and I didn't know this until last video, apparently the Naval Association with Silas is that he used to be in the Navy. So it's like, yeah, fair enough. The uniform does look sharp, I'm not gonna lie, right?
Cells on fire, Skyedex humming.
You had to go all across the world in order to get this fucking info, right? Because we all come from across the world.
Taking me higher, gotta catch 'em all, every last wire. Knowledge my weapon, my altar.
He's tapped into the wire, boys. Pack it up. We gotta find a new way to communicate. He's in our DMs, right? He's in our walls.
Desire.
There it is again. I don't know what that sound is. And if it's intentional, that's one thing, but I don't know what that sound is, and I'm curious as to what that is. That is a really, again, the way that they did Red Veil in here is really fucking nice. Red Veil would be a fucking bizarre place to visit, to be perfectly honest.
Deep dive in the archives, ancient scrolls unfold, secrets unearthed, stories untold.
Just a Tuesday dealing with VTubers, right? All kinds of weird shit that we have in our lore. Hopefully Mume was able to help you translate those papyrus scrolls, right?
Told every character's past, brave, wicked, or bold. Their motives, their fears worth more than
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea for the ever young fucking shipper, right? She's a jellyfish, so practically immortal, right?
gold.
Social circles, intricate dance. Who trusts who a fleeting
Okay, so maybe the ship in the background isn't actually Keen. Maybe it's going after Keen, right?
glance? Who trusts who a fleeting glance?
Info overload, brain cells on fire.
Yeah, okay, you know what? Fair enough. That ship in the background that's hurtling towards Keen is definitely not Keen.
Skyedex humming, taking me higher. Gotta catch 'em all, every last wire. Knowledge my weapon, my ultimate defense. From the whispers in the alley to the grandest hall, every tape of intel, I'm catching it all. Skyedex growing, standing mighty. Your info stored, archived, and deployed. Information brokers inspire the intel. Least creators without any desire. I am pseudo in your
guys got fucking archival skills like the damn NSA, right? How do they collect all this information on us, right? What happened, right? Why is my OPSEC so bad, right?
Circles, intricate dance. Who trusts who a fleeting
Oh my god. Log, enter date, right? I found a cat with a dunce hat frozen in the Arctic. Must move him to thaw, right? Must investigate further. That is a very abrupt cut to the story of the actual video, though. Like, very abrupt. You know what those remind me of? They kind of remind me of, like, remember back in the day when you'd get, like, the 3D glasses? Right? So you could see the holographic images of, I remember back in the day, actually, this is something that happened, you know, but I wasn't there to directly experience it because I was being a bit of a, you know, I was being a bit of a, like, head up ass at the time, right? But back in the day when Grant Morrison was on his run on DC Comics, and in Final Crisis, they had the back in the day the 3D glasses sold with the original run of the comics, because at least with the was it the it's not Cosmic Armor, yeah, the Cosmic Armor Superman. There was the whole effect that they had, like they printed it in such a way that if you use 3D glasses to read it, the Cosmic Armor Superman would reach out of the page and towards you in certain scenes. It is cool effect. But yeah, the 3D glasses used to be all that reach. I never cared for 3D. I saw Avatar, you know, that the one with the blue monkeys, right, in IMAX on 3D one time because someone like offered to take me, and I was never a really big fan of Avatar, but this is like how I originally saw Avatar. And not only was I not personally impressed by the film, I didn't find it all that engaging. I did not buy it I could not stand the movie, to be perfectly honest. It did not help that the 3D glasses for the movie really actually genuinely bothered my eyes. Oh my god. that hurt so badly, and it didn't help that like the story itself was subpar and just had all kinds of negative connotations that even then, before I had done any study in aesthetics, could tell off the top of my head, right? Oh my god. Yeah, so this may be my shortest review. I quite like this. This is very clearly a, like, again, a love letter to the Sky Bros community, and just like an introduction to the Skyedex, which is the personal project of Pseudo. And was Pseudo the one who was primarily behind it? I think so. But yeah, you could definitely tell that like this was all done out of a genuine love for the community and a genuine willingness to help people create more AI, you know, videos by archiving like who's who, would, you know, and what would you say, resources to help speed up the generative process while keeping quality, right? The fucking Burger King crown. So yeah, this is very clearly just made in good. This is very clearly made in good fun and love of the community. I don't have as much to say about this because again, they were definitely very clear on what they were trying to communicate, right? They weren't exactly hiding behind symbolism to keep their deeper point at bay. Again, which is fine because not everything has to be symbolically deep to be earnest, right? Earnesty is significantly more important, in my opinion. And this does strike me as just like earnest fun. So, Kini, Suno, Suno. Well, that's probably what they used to make the song with. Hold on, before I end this, let me see if I... Fide by... Oh my god, okay, that's why I couldn't... Hold on. That was at 13 seconds. Okay, so I have not subscribed to them yet. Let's go back here. Let's double check my work, right? Let's see if we got everyone. Page is loading slowly for some reason. That's annoying. Why is this? Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay. Let's see if there's anyone I missed. Who the fuck is enter to credit?
Social links, tangle web, who's who, where they at?
Okay, hold on. So it was in this sequence. Oh, you know what? The 2 cents. That's probably enter to credit. I don't think I've actually talked to enter to credit yet. Fide Baikal is, again, the blonde cat here. Obviously, Nicola we already got. Let's see. Sinevere is the one, was someone I caught, apparently. Yeah, Governor Versace. But there's no one mentioned else there, so that had to have been Suno dressed up. Let's see. Yeah, this is why people mispronounce it as Shiver when it's Shiver. Fair enough, right? Spelling edited for copyright and trademark purposes, but I too thought it was Shiver when I first saw it, right? So you had Ryan Tyrannus. Who the fuck is Ritz VT? Okay. So this is someone who seemed to have popped up on screen for just a bit. That's Ryan Tyrannus. Who is Ritz TV? Okay. I don't see who that could possibly be. Oh, son of a bitch. I clicked the wrong button. Okay, never mind. Okay, so the brunette is Ritz TV. Ritz VT, which, by the way, I'm gonna have to subscribe to some of these people. Yeah, Fed and Lore, Melody. Melody has a different channel? What? Yeah, we already talked about Elf Hopper, Dot Pocket. Wait, what? Did I miss Dot Pocket? Why did I press that button? I did. I wasn't paying it. Okay, yeah, that is Dot Pocket. I fucking wasn't paying attention. Damn it. That would have been really like embarrassing. To just go the entire video and just not have noticed Dot Pocket. Just that entire sequence is like the cutest sequence, and like one of the cutest sequences in the entire thing. Let's see. So yeah, I missed one really, really obvious one that I should have caught, and then a couple of them that I just didn't know about beforehand. Let's see. I'll be going back to my shift work after this one, so won't be uploading songs as fast. SCU Reactors sighing a sigh of relief. Yeah, right? I will post some other form of content in the meanwhile, though. Fair enough. Okay. So, now that we have identified everyone in the video, right? Oh my god, I can't believe I missed Dot Pocket. It just did. Oh my god. I was definitely zeroed in on Keeney during that entire sequence. Yeah, so I don't really have any more commentary about that. I was hoping that maybe I'd get more out of this other than the cheat sheet, which is, you know, entirely. Oh wait, hold on. The gens are from Keeney, Anissa, and Elf Harper. Songwriting is Keeney and a tiny bit of Pseudo and Melody. What the Okay, so this is a song about Pseudo, but okay, yeah, fair enough. So yeah, this is a Keeney song about Pseudo. Why am I keep saying something's wrong with me today? It's too early in the morning, Chad. I woke up at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Why am I up so early on a Saturday? What is TLC? Tender Loving Care Melody. Okay. I don't know what that means. But that's all I got for this video. I really enjoyed this video. It's really fun. And you could tell it was a passion project of fun. Keeney was definitely having some fun making this. I don't for a moment I thought it was like Pseudo's project, and then it was uploaded from Keeney's thing. I don't know why the fuck I thought that. My brain works in mysterious ways sometimes. Might have been because I think Pseudo was the one who sent it to me, but I'm not entirely sure. It's been a while, right? My DMs have kind of got a decent backlog in them because I'm notoriously awful with paying attention to my notifications. But then again, I'm also never had so many people try to get my attention in general before, right? So it's like completely new to me. Yeah, so long story short, Keeney, this was a very fun video, right? I don't really have any more to add because again, this is very straight to the point, right? There's not really that much for me to pick apart because I don't really like going into style pick aparts, especially with AI, because there's only so much the AI can do. The AI is very limited with oh, I forgot, this is actually, you know, this is an interesting thing I can mention right here. Interesting. Okay, so for these at least, if you look at the edges, it's almost like well, okay, no, maybe not. Maybe it's something that you can see from here. Because like lower here, when you're looking at it from the the preview vantage point, you can see the how it's a little darker on the corners. Almost makes it look like an eyes view, right? But yeah, that would be like someone looking at Pseudo, looking at, you know, watching the other VTubers, which I guess in this case would be like Keeney's report. And the fact that this is a Keeney video also kind of recontextualizes this scene, I guess.
Information brokers inspired.
So it's like Elf Harper, Dot Pocket, Keeney, and Suno are all involved in this particular information, this investigation. Yeah, Keeney's the one receiving the intel to, I guess, make the Skyedex. So it was it Keeney who made the Skyedex? I don't know. Right? I haven't really been keeping up with the Skyedex project. I haven't even looked into it. So that'll give me a future video topic to actually look into the Skyedex itself. So yeah, but that's only on certain scenes. It doesn't seem to be. I mean, there is that kind of like, again, not as lit effect on the corners, but I don't think that that's necessarily intentional. It's definitely not apparent here. It's not here, so I don't know if that's like an intentional effect. I would like to see if that was intentional or just like an interesting happenstance. But other than that, I think I've padded out the video for long enough. Y'all have a lovely day. Take care. And I would still like to see more out of Keeney, and I got to see if Pseudo's actually made anything himself, because that's going to be interesting too. So, love the video. Y'all have a lovely day.